Welcome back to Mount Celeste. I'm Dear Darling, and we'll face it in a demon to reach a summit together as we continue onwards with trying to get through Farewell, which is apparently the longest level in existence, maybe. And I don't mean that in a disparaging way. I'm just shocked. I expected this to be like a singular chapter, like all the chapters that have come before, but here we are. You know, how many episodes later? Here we are, still going. Of course, a reminder that this has been a little bit after my mini hiatus, but you won't even realise it's a hiatus because it was only on my end. I just recorded like episodes about a month in advance, like a month-long backlog. The backlog's all essentially gone now. There's only one episode left, which is coming out today. Actually, I'm recording this on the Saturday, and here I am, just sort of getting back into the swing of recording again. Because recording's fun, and it was nice to have a bit of a month break off, and you know, I spent some time doing a lot of drawing and that sort of thing. Perhaps I'll do that again in the future. I guess I still recorded Animal Crossing episodes, but I don't know how long Animal Crossing will carry on going for. I guess we'll kind of have to see how much life for future updates as Animal Crossing updates later in the year will actually give to the game, but eventually I might just can it or something. Because there's not really much going on in it anymore. I guess people are just there for the dialogue, but which is fair enough in its own way, so it kind of makes me not want to do it yet, but I feel like I can do this sort of running dialogue thing with many other games as well. And since I'm playing a lot of Binding of Isaac, you know, Repentance, I got that over July, I've been playing that a lot, I was like, maybe I should do that or something. But I feel like Binding of Isaac's got a very different sort of aesthetic than the cozy, comfy stuff Animal Crossing's got going on, so, you know, don't worry about it. Animal Crossing's probably not going to go anywhere for a while until I get like super busy and then can no longer sustain this YouTube channel. But until then, we're sort of just vibing with some whatever games that come our way, and I'm having a whale of a time playing all these different games and having a good time through them. But yeah, Celeste. I was super worried that I was actually going to be extraordinarily bad at Celeste, but I feel like after the sort of last episode of warming up, I feel like I'm sort of straight back into it. You know, I don't feel like I'm that bad anymore. I feel like I've I guess warmed up back into it. I've rekindled my ability, apart from there where I just dash straight off the edge instead of doing something remotely useful. And with that, we should be able to hopefully defeat this screen. I'm going to guess it's going to take me about 5 more minutes. I feel like I'm very close to the end. I just need a good final run of this. You know, because we get there reasonably consistently. The only thing which is not consistent is this tiny hop we have to do over here. In fact, that was 2 tiny hop that we landed straight into the springboards. But once we got that consistently down, we should be consistently making it to the end and giving it a reasonable college try. You know, that's all you can really do. But yeah, I mean, just try again. That's the modus operandi, or whatever. Modus operandi, that sounds right. That Latin phrase or whatever. The MO of Celeste. You gotta persevere through it all, through many trials and tribulations. And here I am. Well, here you are as well, I suppose, trying along as well. Well, maybe not trying along as well, just sort of being here for the commentary journey. Or maybe you're playing along as well, in which case, awesome. Hopefully you're a lot better than me, so you don't... I don't even remember dashing it, but apparently I did. Hopefully you're a lot better than me, so you don't have to be stuck on these levels forever. But yeah, I'm just sort of... I'm almost surprised about how many people have played the games that I've been playing. Not like how many people have played Celeste, that's not surprising, but how many people are wanting to watch a playthrough if they've already played a game. And at the beginning I kind of didn't really get it. Like, sometimes I would like to see what some people's reactions are to like certain story games, like Undertale. Like at certain points I'm like, oh, what's their reaction to this, what's their reaction to this subversion, or that sort of thing. But I feel like it's a bit stranger in Celeste because it's not really... I mean, there is a story, don't get me wrong, but most of I feel like Celeste is wrapped up in the sort of gameplay and mechanics, and I wonder if, to me, I suppose it doesn't have as much appeal of watching someone else, or I thought like it didn't have much appeal watching someone else go through the same things if I've already done it, but you know, I think I'm starting to understand the appeal of it. After watching like people like speedrun other different mechanical games, it's sort of just like you're going on the journey as well with them, aren't you, you know? Like, I suppose that's the case of any good game where it has a journey that you can only really experience once, you know? well, I mean, once you've experienced it, what are you going to do? How are you going to reach that same sort of high? How are you going to get through the trials and tribulations of it all over again, and that grand sense of satisfaction you get for completing a difficult level? Well, I mean, you could try it again, but you already know exactly how to do it, and you're probably significantly better. But what if you watch someone else go for it, you know? It's not only are you cheering them on, but you can sort of share in that feeling of success and failure that they get as well when they eventually make it to the end, and you're like, wow, cheering along with them, right? Something like that. Perhaps I'm reading a bit too much into it, as I tend to do with these sort of things. Perhaps it's just fun to watch a game that you like, eh? There's probably not much more to it. I can't promise that, you know, that situation really applies to everyone. I'm sure your own reasons are different. You know, maybe some of you just like to hear my random spouting of nonsense, in which case, fair enough, you know. You get... There's a whole lot of that on this channel. Perhaps you're just like, oh, you know, I like a good balance of someone who's... I like to think I'm reasonably decent at the game, but also doesn't sit there in silence as playing the game. That's what I pride myself on, you know? Being able to sort of carry a conversation while I simultaneously do reasonably well at a game, I like to think. I mean, there's not often where I do, like, complete silence, but that's only in the biggest of moments, most notably that I can think off the top of my head, the Pantheon of Hollow Nest. In Hollow Knight, I remember I stayed silent for basically the entire final fight because I just was really concentrating because I wanted to get it done by that point. But here in Celeste, it's got the thing that Super Meat Boy has, that you can just rapidly have attempts back to back because there's like almost no downtime. So, you know, I've no issue with just speaking, and although it might take away from my platforming capabilities slightly, it feels a lot more fun and entertaining to keep it going at the same time, I suppose. But interestingly, we sprung upwards on the springboard there, and I'm not sure why, and I think that's what's causing the majority of the problems. Is for some reason, when we hit that springboard, we sprung really high upwards, which meant that the falling springboard block was really far below us, and there was basically no chance that we were going to be able to reach it to get the crystals. I wonder if that's just like the angle of attack we did. There I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally jumped upwards before I dashed, so I didn't hit the springboard in time. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure you got the benefit of replay and you can see exactly what happens. I like how you can still do this part even if you mess up the wave dash. It's tricky, don't get me wrong. Yeah, why are we dashing so high upwards? I don't know. Why? Is it? I'm starting to think maybe we don't need to hit the springboard then, because if a springboard will only launch us upwards, we probably should just be horizontally dashing outwards to cancel out our vertical momentum upwards. Because that's our biggest problem right now, is that there's no chance of us basically hitting the springboard platform because it's too far below us by the time we get to it. So yeah, okay, I think we'll try that. I initially ruled it out because I was just like, if we could horizontally dash outwards, why would we not just hit the springboard instead, which will go further? I didn't take into account the fact that the springboard gives us a little bit of vertical momentum, which we don't particularly want. Now this isn't much better, mind you, but it's slightly better. What am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. There's been multiple opportunities, as I found out through this chapter especially, where I found out I was just doing something wrong. So we should keep an open mind about exactly what I'm doing. I don't know. But, you know, you got to keep an open mind because I'm now well aware of that one level where I completely brute forced it the wrong way, but apparently it still works. And I managed to get it. It was the one with like the 5 locks and keys or something. I can't remember which user posted that comment, but they posted a really in-depth comment. Well, not really in-depth. I don't mean it in like a disparaging way, but it was actually a very interesting read about them basically being like, wow, that's the most unique way I've seen anyone do that level before, or that screen before. And then they explained to me how I was meant to do it. I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Because I knew when I was doing it, I was like, this can't be right, this is so weird. But I couldn't figure out a different way to do it for some reason. But I think part of the reason is because I got so tunnel visioned on the way I was doing it. I was like, when I tried to do it a different way, it looked like it wasn't going to work to me, when really I was just had the timing wrong or that sort of thing. Which meant in my brain I was just like, there's no way, this has to be the only way to do it. which is, you know, definitively false. So, I don't know, maybe we should go back to considering the idea that we just drop onto the springboard, or if we just do it with good timing, maybe it'll work out. I don't really know. Because we don't have a very large opportunity to even hit the springboard in the first place. The difficulty I have is that we can't, like, accelerate downwards faster than gravity without a dash. So when we're falling downwards, we have to, maybe what we have to do is we just basically have to be basically 1 pixel above the springboard when we grab onto it, so then when we need to touch the springboard we can just like hold down. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing yet. We can just hold down, and then once we press down just a little bit, it will allow us to hit the springboard without using our dash. But theoretically, it shouldn't matter if we use a dash, right? Because we get our dash back after we hit the springboard. And you would have thought the dash would be faster, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's just dropping onto or just hitting the springboard, which gives us that weird sort of vertical upwards momentum, which we don't want, or if it's because I'm dashing onto the springboard. I don't think it should make a difference. I think the springboard always gives you vertical momentum upwards. As I'm talking out loud right now, from what I vaguely recall from my Celeste, from previous Celeste episodes and that sort of thing. So I'm thinking, actually, I think we have a right idea with the jumping. Sorry, the dashing part and not hitting the springboard at all, and the springboard's only for when you reach the very bottom. We want to be as low as possible, and then we want to dash outwards. Maybe we want to dash diagonally downwards. I don't know if that's even feasible with the layout of the spikes, but if it is, then perhaps we could try doing something like that. I can't get this jump right. I keep jumping way too early. I need to jump much later. But if we get that done, we just need that part consistently down, and then we can really experiment with all these different attempts. Did I say we were going to do this in 5 minutes? Or 8 more minutes? I think I was very wrong with how I said that. Okay, I think we'll get it done this episode, but I don't know if there's much more than that. Ugh. I don't know why I hugged the wall so far to the left there. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a precarious situation we're in, aren't we? It's a bit difficult. It's so surprising how late you're actually meant to jump there. It's so like, well, late. Oh gosh. You need to be so last second at this jump, Evan, just to get over. But you can't do a tiny jump. It has to be a medium jump, I think. Because a tiny jump doesn't give you enough momentum to go over. Now, it's entirely possible. What I'm saying is just absolute nonsense, and there's other stuff you can do, but... Nah, hold on. I think we need to jump out and diagonally dash downwards. And I think it's just, what am I doing? I think it's just a really tight dash and a really tight jump. Because even dashing across horizontally, I think because there's a bit of a lag time, hang time in the air, it'll cost us too much vertical momentum if we're not careful. So I think we need to basically, as soon as we can, immediately jump off. And then from that height, we need to diagonally dash downwards to actually keep up with the falling block. That might be wrong, but we're going to give it a shot next time with it, if I can actually pull it off or not. It might take a few attempts, but you know, that do just be how it goes sometimes. It's very much of a difficult part. The push and pull of difficult platformers is you have to even get to where you want to go to even attempt your newfangled idea. Wait. Maybe we hit the springboard off and then diagonally dash downwards from the... No, wait, hold on. Wait, no. There's no way we can use a dash because we need the dash at the bottom, don't we? We need the dash at the bottom to even reach the double crystals. These pink crystals in the first place. So there's no way we can use it. It has to be the springboard. I'll have another look at it through periscope. So here, what? I think, no, it must be the springboard, right? Can we make that through gravity alone without the dash? See, I don't know if we can, is the problem. I think that's too far to be able to traverse without the dash. I mean, we can attempt it next time we get down there. I'm just trying to see, is it possible we're meant to grab onto this and then jump off and then fall in that tiny gap between the springboards? Is that even possible? I don't know. I mean, we can try it. There's no harm in trying something like that. Especially if you don't know it's going to work. I don't know if that's a big enough space for us to even do that, but I don't think that's enough space. I think the springboard will activate if we're a bit too close to it, so. That's a new one. This is difficult. I mean, it's meant to be difficult. It's a precision platform after all, and this is like one of maybe the final level. But it's just hard to figure out even what I'm meant to do. That's the difficult part. It's not even an execution thing. Well, yet. I mean, maybe it is an execution thing, but to me, in my mind, it's sort of like I'm not even sure what I'm meant to quite do. But hopefully we can at least maybe fumble our way into it. I just hit down there for no apparent reason. There's no rhyme or reason for what I did. I had no justifiable excuse or cause. I just messed up. And that happens, you know. We've messed up multiple times throughout this entire playthrough. But here we are to... like, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think we can make that without the dash at the end. It's really close, it's really close, so maybe we can. We might just be able to, like, tag it. Because right now, hitting the springboard, it's just... it gives us way too much vertical momentum. I don't know why I did that. Ah, I dashed the wrong way. Okay, so it turns out, the easiest way to do it is instead of dashing down into the springboard, we just climb downwards into the springboard. Which is what I did there. What am I doing? I just forgotten how to do this part. Which, I don't know why I feel like I tried it earlier, but it didn't work for me, but I don't remember why. So, you know, don't get too tunnel vision, as they say. Try multiple things. As Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Which is not exactly true, because, I mean, like, I roll a dice over and over again, and I do expect... well, I don't expect a different result, but, you know, it's quite probable that I'll get a different result, depending on the dice you roll. It's not like I roll a d20 and I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm insane because I expect it not to get another 1. There's a 1 in 20 chance of it. Well, roughly. Depending on how the dice is made and everything like that, you know. There's all these superstitions people have about dice. Dice are just dice. I'm sorry to say. It's just completely dependent on how they're... oh, okay. It turns out the vertical, like, slide while grabbing onto it is actually a lot faster than I remembered. For some reason, I think what I did before was I thought, like, it wasn't going to be fast enough for us to actually hit the springboards. But now I think we've got the keys to the kingdom, as they say. What am I doing? That's not how you do it. Too early, too early, too early. I'm not used to how quickly you can slide down yet. We haven't built up that muscle memory, but once we got it built up, you know, we got this in the bag. We'll be done this episode. I've almost got that jump a bit more consistent now as well. I'm jumping at the right time. I think there I did a big jump instead of a small jump, so instead of a medium jump or something. Which made things a lot more difficult. Hold on. Small jump, medium jump, bit. Is there a medium jump? Or is there only small jump? I think there's only small jump and big jump. Now I'm looking at it. I don't even know. Don't ask me about that one. But with big jump, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. This is how we will. Okay, a little bit later. You gotta play chicken, but you know, the point of playing chicken is that you actually chicken out at some point. You know, otherwise you'll just sort of get hit by a car or whatever you're playing chicken with. By the way, can't recommend playing chicken with any sort of dangerous object like a car or train. Don't do something like that. That's stupid and reckless. I don't even know what can you play chicken? What's like a safer way to play chicken? I have no idea. You can tell it's really not something that I do. So. I don't know if holding down while falling actually makes a difference, but it feels like it makes a difference. But I'm pretty sure mechanically it makes no difference, but I was holding down there and kind of made me mess up my steering a bit. Because there's one thing I found, which I've only really noticed while playing Binding of Isaac, I haven't noticed as much in the other ones, but there's something weird when you hold diagonal directions down on the Steam controller, at least for me. It seems to like not go the entire way. You know, and what I mean by that is when I walk in the cardinal directions in Binding of Isaac, I'm travelling at full speed, but when I go in diagonal directions, it's like I'm travelling in half speed in both directions, instead of full speed diagonally downwards, which I don't know if that's just how the game works, but I feel like it shouldn't work that way. But don't really notice it as much in the other games. Ah. Come on, we got to get this done. We got to get this right. Yes, we have to make them see. I don't know why I'm singing that. I said I was going to do it by the end of this episode. Gosh darn it, by the end of this episode I will. Maybe. Perhaps don't count me on it, but I'm certainly going to do my best. As if I wasn't like already trying to do my best throughout. Ah, too early. I got greedy. There's not much time. You gotta be as early as possible to maximize your chances. Alas, you'll be left behind. You know how I was saying I think I got that jump a bit more consistently down. I don't think so anymore. Like this would be the perfect opportunity for me to banter about random other things, but I'm not for some reason. I'm too focused on the game now. I'm trying to zone in, and get this done because I feel like I should be able to do it now, but I keep just messing it up. I don't know, maybe there is actually a big, medium and small jump off of wall jumps. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know what's real anymore. Oh, we reached it, but we didn't reach a springboard, unfortunately. I could feel it there because once we hit that springboard, I was like, we came off at such a high angle. There's no way we're gonna make it. So I think I hit the springboard 1 too late and 2. Maybe I didn't. But there is some sort of like air momentum you can affect, right, in Celeste. Maybe I do need to hold down or something so I can actually get it done. And you've only got 1 dash, I suppose, after you hit the springboard, so it doesn't actually matter when you dash, now I think about it. I'm pretty sure you have to do it at the end though, because I don't think you can make it otherwise, but perhaps you can. In which case, you could dash early. You could dash basically as soon as after you hit the springboard. No! I don't know, that still feels like it's not going to make it. Now I'm looking at it, that still feels like the springboard is too far away. Oh, if I diagonally dash downwards, I probably could have made it. I actually think you can. Like, I'm noticing that when I held down while I was in midair, Madeline sort of like flattened out. Which I don't know if that's just because I'm falling for. That happens if you fall for a long time, but it kind of looks like she does speed up a little bit. I don't know if that's just a mental thing or not, but you know, I guess we can try this time without holding down to see if we fall any faster or not. maybe. On the plus side, I've gone like 10 times better at wave dashing. Like, hold on. We could probably just test it here, right? And compared to just falling normally. It does look like we go a bit faster, right? Doesn't that look like a bit faster than this? Well, not like that, hold on. That's like it's a bit over 2 seconds then. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's actually falling faster. Okay, so we actually had to accelerate downward. I didn't realise that was a mechanic. Or I didn't, I suppose, externally realise it was a mechanic. It was very much in my subconscious if I had to use it before. I didn't realise you could fall faster. Quick fall or something. That's interesting. I might be completely wrong, but it does look like that's what's happening. It does look like she is marginally faster falling down, or holding downwards, but I'm not 100% sure, Matt, so don't quote me on it. And don't make fun of me if I'm wrong. Nah, it's alright, you can make fun of me, I don't really mind. I can take it. It's all completely, it's all a good ribbing, hopefully. Unless you're just mean, in which case, you know, I'll just ignore you, I guess, and just be like, what a weirdo. Being mean to random people on the internet. Imagine being mean when you could just be nice. Or at least be neutral. Like, come on. Alright. No! Oh, I dashed the wrong direction. I think we have it. We just gotta dash in the correct direction there. Now with our new technology, the new mechanic we found of fast falling. I feel like it might have been mentioned before in this game, or maybe I am just making this up, I don't know. But she definitely, like, at least squishes her sprite when I am fast falling, quote. What am I doing? Why am I wave dashing here? I don't know. So hopefully we can actually use that. This entire level is going to take forever if it takes me basically half an hour to do each screen. Are you kidding me? How long is this world? Maybe that's why it feels so long, is because I'm doing so poorly at it. Or maybe I'm not doing poorly, maybe it's about average, I don't know. It is meant to be a farewell to arms. Who wrote that? I don't know. Hemingway? It's a complete guess, I've no clue about any sort of literature. I'm very ignorant in this sort of regard, so... Don't use me as your pinnacle of literature knowledge. Not that you were, in the first place. Hopefully. But that'd be very strange if you were. You know, I'm not on a pub quiz for my literature knowledge, I'm on a pub quiz for my maths and science knowledge, usually. Oh, we made it! Hello, bird. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it, it's not even the end of the screen yet. Are you serious? Well, at least this part looks relatively easy, so, you know, can't really fall off here. Hopefully there's no secrets back there. Oh, we got 2 minutes. What? Oh, wave dash. We finally reached another checkpoint. Oh, my finger slipped and I ended up dashing in one direction. Luckily this is just a simple wave dash, which is something we've now practiced many times. Oh gosh. I don't know what on earth happened there. I steered far too hard in every direction. Oh, come on. I guess we need to hit that crystal quite high up and then just spam the dash. Excuse me? I guess I never realised the golden feather sort of leaves you with a bit of momentum in the direction you're going in. Ah. We just need to be a tiny bit higher. Or maybe I need to space out my dashes a bit more, probably. I probably don't need to mash it as much as I am. So we can use the little bit of momentum hang time that we got. Oh, whoops. Oh wait, can you dash out of a golden feather? Maybe you can dash out of a... No, you can dash out of a golden feather. Hold on. That's what I've been doing. What am I doing? I can't find that angle which I need to attack this at to actually land properly on this golden feather. There we go. And I just go straight into the crystals. It's because I'm trying to maximize my golden feather flight time. Oh, I almost had it. Weirdly, I overshot the last one. Oh, as soon as I hit that, you need to dash diagonally upwards. That's what you've got to do, right? This screen looks, unless there's more after that final crystal, then we'll probably just keep going until we do this screen. I feel I can get this done within a couple of minutes, maybe. Perhaps that's hubris, though. There we go. Ah, I was like, what? I forgot what that mechanic is. Well, I think we'll be trying this next time, but hey, we made good progress in Celeste, so if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been not Animal Crossing, sorry, it's been Celeste, and I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.